Alright guys, let's join me for a not so maddeningly, deathly round of combat. Instead, let's join me exploring the hallowed, what's the word for it? The hallowed ice biome, I guess. You know, the underground pinkness, as it's uncommonly known. Where I'm hoping to farm some, or at least find some chaos elementals. Ooh, bacon. Tasty. And other things. What the reality of it is that this crystal dragon, Stardust dragon I should say, is really good at killing enemies I can't see. So right now it's kind of just flying around and murdering every single enemy that spawns nearby. Now my hope is, and I'm hoping this because I'm watching the, what's it called? The tally counter right in the upper right of the screen. And that thing should in fact mention when an enemy gets killed, right? So I'm hoping I'll be able to notice if the Stardust Dragon murders any Chaos Elementals, because it's my hunch that they'll only spawn next to me, so therefore I can let the dragon kill everything else off screen, and I'm fine. And that might be the best way to try and get some of these guys to spawn, while at the same time kind of just exploring for the lulz, I guess. Because there's not that much else to do in this game now. I mean, we're not totally overpowered just yet, but we're getting there. There we go, there's one Chaos Elemental. If the dragon kills everything else off screen, they should spawn next to me almost all the time. Is that actually hooked up, or... Oh, that's too bad. I kind of like the whole weird traps in the underground kind of thing. It's kind of too bad that most of the time when you find these underground houses, all their traps are already too degraded or just simply don't work. Oh, there's no reason for me really to have all these things anyway. No, I'm just kind of having a good time exploring, letting the dragon kill things, and hoping for the best. Since Chaos Elementals are a very strange spawning thing, I don't think there's really anything I can do to encourage them, except maybe, you know, activating some such water candle or whatever. But by this point, I might as well just, you know, not do that and hope for the best. Because it feels a bit like cheat-seeing. Is there anything in here? No. But there's a cool painting. Paintings are a lot rarer in this game now, I think. I did not find many super cool ones in the dungeon. And I found even less in these abandoned areas. I have indeed switched back to the wings for now. Because, of course, when it comes to exploring, I'd hate to die from a random amount of fall damage. You know, when it's time to fight the Moon Lord again, we'll switch right back. It's very important to have basically all the buffs you can to even stand a chance in expert mode, and trying to fight the Moon Lord is no exception. You know, I've never fought a regular Moon Lord, so I think the fact that we've gone as good as we... Oh, look at that! A Chaos Elemental did die somewhere nearby. That's not good. That means I'm going to have to go find him. In case it dropped a Rod of Discord. Because, of course, drop rates are improved in Expert Mode, too, so this is the best place to be doing it. Aha! Dead. I also don't want a full inventory, or I'll never notice if I even acquire it. That's the dumb thing. Gotta be very alert. It's killing things as far down as right here. There we go. There's one. Wait, what? What is that? A Medusa head. 34 magic damage. 12% crit. Very weak knockback. Uses 4 mana. Could I have gotten this all along? I've never seen this item before. Medusa head. I'm sure it does exactly what it says on the tin, but... So it has a small charge-up time. And then I'm guessing it does a small AoE effect of some kind. Alright, what I should do is dispel the dragon for right now. And test out what this Medusa head does, because I've never seen this. I know I'm not a magic user, so it's not going to be super amazing. And it appears that since it only does 34... Oh, there we go. Here's a foe for us. Oh, actually, I want to kill that guy before he murders us. It'd be really dumb to die right now. Alright. Let's find a foe. There you go. How about the Illuminate Bat? Now, that didn't deal enough at all. I thought it'd be, you know, more spectacular. Maybe that's because it has no, no, what's the word? No modifiers yet. I will admit, it's probably underpowered right now for that reason. But, I really don't know what the Medusa head is supposed to do. It'll be very nice to add to my collection. I'll throw it in the magic chest, and maybe if I ever create a magic character, we'll give it to him. I am going to have to create new characters. I mean, Terraria, although a world where, you know, there's only so much you can do in it, is also still a world in which there are many playstyles yet to be explored. I still don't know if Summoner is totally totally a valid type of fighting style, though. I mean, until you get the Necromantic Scroll from the Pumpkin Moon, that's going to take a long time to acquire. Until you get those items, you know, that really means you don't have a lot of accessories, doesn't it? Since you combine that with the Scarab Beetle to get even more accessories. Ooh, there's a piece of kelp. Alright, let's try and explore a bit more downwards here. Try and get to some more areas where this dragon has been murdering things. Might as well pick up some cobalt as long as I'm in it. Another anglerfish dead. Sure, whatever. Look how cool this laser drill is that I got from the Martian saucer. I have never really been able to show that off. You can tell from all the Viking kills I'm getting, I don't spend much time in the ice biome. Because there was never a point, and as such, you know, again, I've never really been in the underground Hallow much either. Not counting the jungle temple, which also counts as a hallowed biome for some reason. And therefore... Oh god! Well, let's be glad I had wings. But as I was saying... therefore, there's been a lot of, like, very low kill counts on some of these regular enemies that are just wandering around. That, thanks to the Stardust Dragon, I can just hang out and let it kill them all. Why do I want to acquire the Rod of Discord? Well, because that Phantasmal Death Beam is literally the best weapon I think the Moonlord has to kill me with. And therefore, I don't mean to use it a lot, but, you know, just thinking back to how it killed me. If I had had the Rod of Discord on my hotbar at the time, yeah, I think I could have survived that. And that would have made the difference. You know, to say that, you know, would have given me more survivability, well, until when? Well, I've never even made it to Phase 2, so that would have been a really big difference. You know, maybe the whole thing changes at that point. I don't know. I assume no. But I won't know until I can get there. Oh my goodness, I think we found a spider nest. Weird. No Rod of Discord from that guy either. Now, I understand that the Rod of Discord is a very rare item. In fact, it is so rare that people have gotten 400 elemental kills and no rod. So, I don't intend to make this video play until then. However, I do intend to stay here until I get one. And that's why I'm exploring at the same time. Because It's just such a rare occurrence. Ooh, this is a place where the Hallow hasn't entirely encroached on the ice biome. Possibly due to this spider's nest. But if I'm not having fun by exploring, then what's the point of grinding for an item in the first place, right? I know. Holistically, I need that item, possibly, maybe. I mean, having it might make a difference. Me knowing how to use it is a different matter. I've never bothered to use the Rod of Discord before, because it's so temporary. Why would you ever need it? And then they put this boss in the game. That has an insta-kill death rate, pretty much. I almost wish that they could have given the Rod of Discord to the Pigrons also, since I'm seeming to find more of those. I mean, is the Pigron reference to Duke Fishron? Maybe the game could be a little generous. Give me one from him too, even though I know that's not possible. You can't edit drop rates of items. That would be totally broken. You'd give skeletons the Moonlord's treasure bag if you could, wouldn't you? Cheatsy people out there. Anyway, now where would be the challenge in that? Now, where are the areas where Chaos Elementals tend to spawn? I'm guessing away from this spider's nest, since those have been spawning instead for a while there. Still, it was kind of necessary to conquer it. Oop. Getting a lot of bacon. Weird. Well, actually, I can use cobwebs later to make more of... oh, what's it called? Oh, yeah. More furniture, like beds and things. Dragon, did you just specifically kill a Hallowed Mimic with me not even noticing? Oh, nope, just a regular one. A Frostbrand, just kind of sitting there by itself. Okay, this part isn't Hallow, so that's not good for us. Alright. We need to get back to the weird pink part of the world. Nope, God. Thank you! Oh my. Random Medusas from nowhere. Tragic. Oh, this part is corruption. This is not where we want to be. I want the most chance of finding Chaos Elementals, and this is the exact opposite. Is it just me, or in the corrupt ice biome, there's like, the background wall is filled with teeth. In the hallowed ice biome, well, in the regular ice biome, it looks like onions, so that's not that useful. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep exploring here, guys. This may take a while, but, you know, thanks for joining me for this. You know, Let's Plays are kind of a story of one guy's experience with playing a game, and I'm very happy to bring you along for the ride and have some fun with me, too. Because if you're not having fun playing a game, what's the point? I know even when you're playing a Final Fantasy game, yes, there's a time for leveling up, but for the most part, that's not the fun. No, it's the exploration and the learning of the storyline and the getting awesome loot. Yeah, that too. So I'm hoping, beyond hope, that I can capture the moment when I get the Rod of Discord. But I'm guessing that's not going to happen. But trust me, I'm going to be here till I get it. So rest assured, this is going to take a while. I'll see you later. Ooh, this is kind of cool. I'll put it on screen. Well, we just killed the 50th... Oh, okay, never mind. The 50th Icy Man and the 150th the Luminant Bat. Just kind of off screen. But, more importantly than that, we found another spider cave here. Never explored, never nothing. I don't think. Doesn't look like it. Oh, goodness, no. Look, there's the web chest. I don't think I've even ever found this thing before. Hey, get out of here, Eye of Cthulhu. Nobody needs you. Whoa, how fast can the dragon kill the eye? Have you ever wondered what was better, the Eye of Cthulhu or the Stardust Dragon? I'm not even going to attack this thing. We're going to let it go to town. And it, wow, did it ever. What I was going to say is we've never really found a web chest, so there we go. You know, as far as that goes, that's a small victory. I didn't particularly expect to watch the boss get murdered just by the dragon alone, but, you know, kind of gladiator style. That was entertaining. In a very strange way. Someone did say to me once, how do you find spider caves easily in this game? And, well, as long as you're in the cavern layer and the ice biome, personally, I tend to keep running into these suckers. And I don't really know why. Especially after there's a hallowed ice biome, then you can kind of just see lights everywhere. And, you know, the really dark places could be areas where there's spider caves. Either that or try and find a good minecart tunnel, because that will actually take you quite far across the road, I think. Snowball cannon. I'll keep that because I don't think I've ever found one of those either. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep exploring. So far, no luck on that Rod of Discord, but hey, don't call me unpersistent because, you know, we're going to get there, maybe. You know, everybody, I think we're up to 300 about Chaos Emerald kills, and I was actually considering going into my other world and raiding the chests and saying, okay, you know what? I hadn't done this before, but I earned it with my other character, and he got as far as he got. So even though I wasn't able to get it on this world, it'll still count that I achieved the Rod of Discord because of how difficult it is to obtain. But guess what? I looked there. I went that far. I was ready to commit to slight cheatery. Slight cheatery. I mean, if I had acquired it with the Arch character, my melee guy, it wouldn't technically come from this world, but, you know, it would be setting a very bad precedent, essentially. The point is, I searched high and low anyway, completely intending to do such a terrible thing. And it turns out that I don't think I ever got the Rod of Discord. Wow, I mean, talk about your like, difficult to get items. I mean, I got 2 copies of Plantera's Axe with that character. And he never got a Rod of Discord? Really? Well, they always say there's a new god out there for video games, and his name is RNGesus. Sometimes he is not kind, and sometimes, you know, he's a Binding of Isaac Brimstone Ludovico technique. You know? So for me, I'm gonna keep on playing, but it's literally been at least a good... Oh god, not one of these things again. I'm okay until those things warp through the world to kill me. Anyway, it's been at least 3 hours. I didn't intend on this much grinding in the Hallow. You can't really effectively make Chaos Emeralds spawn. Or Chaos Elementals. Yeah, no, I also can't acquire the Chaos Emerald because that's the wrong game. I'm hoping it's not simply because... oh, there's one. Ooh, Blood Moon. That might mean more chances of them approaching, right? But, as I was saying... you really gotta commit if you're going to be apparently just wandering the world hoping to find some Chaos Elementals for the Rod of Discord. It's apparently, seriously, a big commitment. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if I hadn't have just put it on my prize wall back in the other world, and that's why it wasn't in a chest. Because my character did end up becoming a completionist, didn't he? And he put all his weapons on the wall. Well, I should check that out, but first, let's watch. We maybe get it now? No. I really didn't spend a lot of time in the underground ice biome, you'll notice. That I'm already only getting these banners now. I keep feeling like, oh yeah, the next elemental kill is the one where I'll get it, and it'll be amazing. But that's not really how this game works. Not when it's items this rare. I don't know if there is a comparison for the Rod of Discord. I think this is the best area for them because now it won't suddenly spawn. Oh god, more of these things. I was gonna say it's not gonna be spawning any weird looking ice mobs or fungi mobs or spiders or anything else. It'll only be spawning hallowed enemies and cavern enemies. So that's a better chance of them showing up, isn't it? You know, I've never actually explored that area, so I kind of want to. Even though there's really not a big need to. And I am aware that when you mine more enemies spawn. So I'm hoping, you know, RNGesus will smile upon me today. But I suppose back up, I could go look in my Hall of Treasure. Is that a truffle worm right there? Didn't intend on getting one of those, but there we go. Cool. That's a naturally spawning truffle worm, too. As opposed to the fake biomes I've made over the world for just such an occasion. But, yeah, I'm having a real hard time even keeping the inventory space after all the random mimics and, you know, loot gathering for later to sell. I'm not even specifically in it for gold. Like, look, there's another strange plant. Okay, yes, that didn't take up another inventory space because I happen to have the same one. My point is, like, this is a really big undertaking. Oh, look at that. The 303rd Chaos Elemental dropped another Blessed Apple. And that looks like that another jellyfish dropped another megaphone. Oh, and it's menacing. Oh, fantastic. You know, randomness, I assume, has no correlation between each other. Right? It's still a strictly one in whatever chance, no matter what enemy I kill. And even if these rare blessed apples and megaphones keep dropping, it really has no impact on whether I'll get the Rod of Discord or not. But I gotta admit, it's really getting to me now. My mental state ain't doing so hot, guys. Let's put it that way. Yeah, let's put it that way. Well, one last thing. Does that mean that I'll pick up the chest when I fall here? Oh, it doesn't count. Oh, I did bet net. No, not that time.